First of all, just how good an experience was that for you today?
Wow, it was great. Like the hard work I put in, like people don't understand what I've been through. Like today is just great. Even plus get the win as well. Clean sheet after the run we've been in. It's just a dream come true.
Since I was young, this is what I wanted to do. Ever since I was in like school, when they went around saying, "What do you want to do when you're older?" I always say like footballer.
Is that you're going from lower league English football to playing Champions League qualifiers?
Yeah, it's a dream, to be honest, to play in them games, and hopefully I can play more games in them games and show everyone on the European stage what I can do.
So the journey really begins back in Holland, where I was brought up and raised. I was born in a place called Nijmegen, and I joined a local team called CB Hounslow. Same team which my brother played for, and just something I love doing, playing football, playing with my bro, and I just loved the game really. After a while, when I was 6 years old, 6 or 7, we moved to England. My dad got a better job, so we moved over to England. It was a big change, and I still wanted to play football. I still wanted to enjoy playing the game, and so we found a team called Felton U. And Felton U was just like a local side of the game, really. I love playing with my friends, made new friends there, playing 11-a-side, and in the summer, went into the 5, 7-a-side tournaments, and it was just great, really. I ended up getting a trial at QPR. That was my first professional trial in England, and yeah, I did really well. Went through all the stages, got a letter saying, "Oh, you're through to the next round." And we got to the last round before it was basically getting selected into the final team, and I got a letter saying, yeah, I wasn't selected, and I was so disappointed. QPR are pretty local, not too far, still West London. But it was so disappointing. So then I had to wait a while for my next opportunity, and my next opportunity came in Fulham, and they were like Premier League at the time, and yeah, for some reason, I don't know why, I just didn't take the trial seriously. I just messed about, and I ended up getting caught in the first stage. Then after that trial, I was like to myself, the next opportunity I'm gonna grab it with 2 hands. I'm gonna grab it. I'm gonna take this opportunity. And the next opportunity, I had to wait a long time, really. I went back to obviously playing with my Sunday league team at CB Hounslow, just playing, enjoying football. Then we went to summer tournament, really. And then we were just playing in the tournament. I was doing well. And then a scout came up to me and was like, "Oh, I'm from AFC Wimbledon. Like, I really liked you. And yeah, I want you to come on trial." And I was like, "Oh, snap." I kind of got nervous afterwards, even though I already said, "Yeah, I want you to come to AFC Wimbledon." So I then ended up getting linked to AFC Wimbledon for a trial through the scout from the tournament. And yeah, I went to trial for quite a long time, almost like 4 months at AFC Wimbledon. Like, it was so much work, traveling, my dad bringing me, but luckily it all paid off at AFC Wimbledon originally when I signed for like the under 14s, 15s, kind of like a joint group. And yeah, that's the really start of signing for my first pro club. I progressed really quickly, and after about maybe 6 months or so, they wanted to offer me a pre-scholarship. Yeah, ended up going to under 15s, then the under 16s, and then obviously I knew already I had a scholarship, so I went through to the scholarship phase, and then that's where things started really going, really. Yeah. So this is my first really kind of downfall in my pro career. My second year scholar had a kind of knee injuries, and my knee didn't heal, which kind of went over to the next season, and then I ended up needing surgery my first pre-season, and I'm missing it. I tried to come back into training. I didn't even want to have the surgery, really, and I had to get it. I ended up missing the whole of pre-season. And this is a kind of a special shirt, really. It's not a good memory, but down over here, I wrote rejection. And it's just a blank shirt as well, because I didn't end up playing for the first team that season. And they didn't even end up putting my name on as well. Because normally in pre-season, we play without names. Then when the season starts, they put the names on. I didn't even get a name, really, because I ended up not making it in the first team that season. And just a memory of my journey of like what happens, really, just having no name. It just reminds me the rejection, and it's a club that ended up getting released from anyway, but it's all part of the story, it's all part of the journey. And yeah, hopefully this first step will inspire you. So obviously after I got released from AFC Wimbledon, I was in the summer, I was looking for a club, and it was a funny time, really, because I saw my friends get moves to different clubs, my teammates getting to move to Barnsley, one gets moves to Millwall, I see another one gets moves to Watford, and I'm there just like, God, when is it my time? When is it my time to get this move? Like, when is it my time? Been working hard. I deserve to get a pro at AFC Wimbledon, and now I'm without a club. And when is it my turn? And it was a really strange summer. I was meant to go to one club in League One, ended up not even going there. And I'm like calling my agent, like, what's going on? Like, what's happening? And nothing was happening for a while. I was just in the gym, just working myself, just doing my gym work, my hamstring work, and then I get a text like, yeah, Sheffield Wednesday like want you in for a trial, and I was like, yeah, let's go. Obviously I had to move, I had to stay in digs. I done well first week trial, and then yeah, the rest is history. They wanted to sign me. After the trial, I was initially with the 23s. It's an opportunity. Wanted, like, not many people go from being released from AFC Wimbledon, from then getting signed from a team in the division above within a space of like 3 months. And it was crazy, really, and then 6 months down the line, I was doing well for the 23s. I was meant to be involved with the first team, like a game in December, but ended up not being needed. And then yeah, the FA Cup was coming about, and yeah, and the gaffer came into the gaffer's office, and he was like, yeah, I'm gonna start you tomorrow. And I'm like, oh snap. I knew I was travelling, but to start me, I thought he was going to start some other people, like it's a big game against Brighton, and this is really the debut. This is really the debut shirt, and it happened in the 4th of Jan 2020, and obviously it's a shirt that it's going to stay with me forever. Really, is my debut shirt. Number 44, vintage 44, and I really enjoyed the game. Obviously the interview going afterwards and going viral, but yeah, it was a great moment. Obviously my brother was there, and it was great to play in a big stadium as well, and it was just a start. And things happened really quickly as well next, because a week after we had to get ready for the next game, and it was against Leeds. Obviously after doing well in the FA Cup, the next league game was against Leeds, top of the division, flying in the league. And what do you know? I start that game as well. And another 44 shirt. This is my championship debut shirt. And yeah, it's another 44 and another win as well. We won 1-0 against Brighton. And this is a 2-0 win against Leeds as well. They were top of the league. It was a Yorkshire derby, my first derby as well, and we ended up winning. I grew into the game, second half, done some 2 really strong runs on the right-hand wing, and yeah, it was a great moment to win my first derby, championship debut, so things were just moving really quickly, and that all happened in the space of about 6 months after being released from AFC Wimbledon. And so crazy, from something bad that happened to me ended up being good. Had even injuries after I left AFC Wimbledon, so I couldn't go to a club straight away. I had to wait till pre-season. And then 6 months down the line, I ended up making my FA Cup debut, ended up making my championship debut. So the story of this year was that I got an injury just before the season was restarting for COVID, and it ended up being a really bad one. So I went to see a specialist, and the specialist says, like, this might not heal by itself. Like, if we need a surgery, it's gonna be about 6 months. And I searched surgery up, and it was crazy. All these rods in my knee, but then after 6 weeks, we done a rescan, and it got better. And then after 6 weeks, started doing my rehab. And this shit was really special because I named it Revival, because it was really a revival of my career. And because of the injury, after I got back from the injury, I was still struggling to get into the first team. We had quite a lot of defenders who were ahead of me. They signed someone else on loan on deadline day as well. So I was like, oh, how am I gonna get in the squad? How am I gonna get in the team now? And then I got the opportunity to play in the FA Cup. There's a tournament I've done well in the past, and it's done it again really for this game. So I knew it was gonna be on BT Sports. I was in the hotel. I was like, what if this is the last opportunity? I just gotta give it my all. This is the opportunity I've been waiting for. And yeah, the story speaks for itself really. After that, the next game I actually get dropped, but then afterwards I start playing again, and I get myself into the team. but it was really an important game. Really, I needed to show. I knew people were gonna be like, oh, is this the same guy that he was before after his debut? Is he still as good as he was? And all those thoughts were in my mind before the game, and I was like, I need to perform. I need to perform today. I need to show everyone that I'm still the same person, that I can still perform, that I'm still the person I was before the injury. And yeah, it was a special shirt, and so I called this one Revival. But then the next season I'd play as well, and then later on, I ended up getting moved to Celtic. Crazy how you can go from being released from Wimbledon, and in about 3 years, going to the Scottish Giants of Celtic. Really, when I found out they were interested in me, like me, really Celtic is a massive club with great history of winning things. And later on down the line, I've been working really hard, really for my debut. Really, obviously I had to wait a long time, I had to be patient. I was working hard, getting frustrated as well. But I was also asking myself, okay, what am I doing? Okay, I'm not getting to the team. What am I doing wrong? What can I improve? What can I improve and to get back into the team more? I done extra training, and all this training, all this extra training, all this hard work led me up to performing the way I did in my game. Really, I knew I might not get many opportunities afterwards. I needed to perform, and it was great to perform, and it was also a great game to play and make my Europa League and Celtic debut as well. Really, I needed to perform that day, and it was just great being at home and the fans. I always tell some of my other teammates I want to make my debut at home, because I've been on the bench loads of times and I heard other people make their debut and heard the commentators say, oh, this is their debut, and obviously heard the roar of the crowd, and I was like, oh, I just want that for myself. I just want to do it at home, and to start the game as well was great. Obviously right now when I'm filming, it's in January. My next 6 months are going to be vital wherever I end up being, and it just the story hasn't really ended. Like, I've made new goals, I have bigger dreams right now, so I still don't think I've achieved anything really in my football career as much. I still got bigger goals, and the next 6 months is going to be really crucial in my next stage of my development. And really this video is really to show people, like, someone's no, it's not gonna be final. Really, like, rejection isn't final. Like, it's what you do afterwards. Like, I had to really work hard. I had to really train by myself at goals, all those nights, all those sessions. Even when I did get a contract as well, I had to continue to work hard. And even now, I have to continue to work hard to get to the next level. And really, one of my dreams and goals really in life is not just to be successful and help my family out, but also to leave a legacy. There's something I made up called Atomic Legacy, and Atomic Legacy is something I want to leave behind. Is really when an atomic bomb strikes the ground, it leaves like radioactive waves and chemicals for a long lasting time. Even couple generations down the line, people are still affected of that one atomic bomb that landed in that place. And I just want my life to be so impactful, showing people that my hard work and what I've achieved, that even after I die, generations are still going to be looking into my life and seeing my story of where I came from and where I'm going to end up. And they're too going to be motivated to achieve greatness, going to be motivated to achieve their goals. Similar to the legacy Kobe left after his death now, people are still motivated by his drive, his determination to achieve more. And that's what I want to leave. So hopefully you're inspired, motivated over this video, and I'll see you at the top.